Okay, we're back. We're back. What's happening? How's everybody doing? If you don't know, if you're just getting here, if you're catching the playback, okay, this is a live that I did right after my Real Housewives of Atlanta live. So if you didn't check that out, you should. But most of you guys are returning from that video. Hi. Okay, so I was reading some of my Instagram comments before I came in here, and I wanted to show you guys what king cake is. It is Mardi Gras here. Because of the pandemic, we're not celebrating Mardi Gras, meaning there are no floats. There are houses that have been decorated. I don't care. They've done something like celebration in the Oaks, which is in City Park. So like they have floats lined up in City Park. From what I heard, the wait is so long. I'm straight off that. But all in all, you guys, the vibe is still the vibe. Like when I went to the grocery store the other day, the vibe is still the vibe, okay? And so people are still like having their little quiet parties amongst households and things of that nature here in Walden, all right? So let me show y'all. I'm gonna show you guys my Instagram post, okay? Can you guys see that? You guys can see that. Okay, so this is a Chantilly king cake from Whole Foods, okay? Let me make it bigger so y'all can see it. Okay, can y'all see that? Y'all good? Everybody can hear me? Oh wait, no. Y'all said the sound is muted. That sucks. Give me a second. Okay, is that better? All right. We're redoing that intro. Now we really can't hear you. I said, give me a second. Okay, I said, give me a second. So I was showing you guys the king cake. Y'all can hear me now, I'm sure. Yes. Okay, I know my mic wasn't on. So this is, like I said, Chantilly king cake. King cake is basically like French bread with like a cinnamon taste to it. And they put icing, like that purple and green icing, and like glitter. Like they they put all this shit on the king cake. I don't like regular king cake. It's just like cinnamon French bread. That's pretty much what it with icing on the top. And I'm not a fan of icing like that. But I love whip. Okay, and I love chantilly cake. It's usually the only cake I get for my birthday. Chantilly cake is basically like whipped icing, regular like cake, white cake, but with strawberries and blueberries and all kind of like fruit in the middle. And I'm a stickler for like I love fruit in cake. Like that's just my thing. So when Whole Foods decided to make these, which they make at another bakery here where they stuff it with like strawberries and this really good like cream sauce they make from some type of liquor. It's off the chain. I think that's Antoine's that makes that. But no, I can't remember whatever the name of the place is. But either way, I got this from Whole Foods. And somebody, when they asked, was it icing or whip? And I was like, it's whip. And they were like green face emoji, like it was nasty. And I'm like, don't play yourself. Don't play yourself. If you don't know about king cake, that's not my problem. But honey, it's delicious. It's delicious. Like I bought a whole cake and I got it cut in half because I'm not eating a whole king cake, especially not like that. So I'm eating one half and then my friend is going to get the other half tomorrow. Yeah, no, not nasty at all. Like some of the best types of king cake you could ever have. All right. So now that I've shared a little bit of my culture with you people, excuse me, some of which you don't, necessarily understand it. I'm sorry, y'all. But when you're taking in a lot of air and you're talking, it gets caught up in your throat. All right. So you guys supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to make 100,000 subscribers, right? Are we aware of that? That Bondi's trying to make 100,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm gonna make it. I'm aware. Like, I know it's gonna happen, but you know, it's only gonna happen with you guys' help. So you guys should like definitely share my videos and, you know, subscribe if you aren't already. Like the video. Like when y'all like the video, it tells YouTube that it should like advertise my channel. Like that's how this algorithm stuff works. You have to like tap things in order for the computers to understand. And YouTube is basically a computer. So yes, let's get into the subjects at hand. Hold up, wait a minute. Like the video. Do me that favor. I appreciate it. Okay. You guys, let's get the sad news out of the way first. So, Nicki Minaj. Yeah, I thought this was so sad when I saw this yesterday. Okay, Nicki Minaj's father, Robert Mirage, was killed in a hit and run, and he was only 64, you guys. Like, that's really young. You know what I'm saying? So I'm reading this from TMZ. Nicki Minaj's father, Robert Mirage, has died after being struck in a hit and run accident. Nassau County Police in New York say he was walking on the road between Roslyn Road and Raft Avenue Friday evening around 6 p.m. Eastern Time. He was hit by a vehicle heading northbound. Cops say the driver then fled the scene without a meaningful description from the witnesses. I would like to hope that they're going to find whoever this is that hit this man and then just rolled away. Like I do get people, you know, they get scared, they don't know what to do, they panic, they drive away. Like, I get that, but this is terrible. Y'all, my father-in-law got hit by somebody in a car, like while he was walking down the street, like last year. And it's amazing to me how well he is doing now, because he is a man in his 60s and the car hit him while he was walking down the street. And not only did he live, he had to have like surgery on his shoulder, but he's doing fine. You know what I'm saying? Lyric has definitely had, my husband has definitely had to be there for his dad, you know, a lot during that time. But, you know, he definitely had to go through it. And it's just unfortunate to lose your father like this, y'all. Nicki hasn't spoken on her dad's death yet. There are shots of them together embracing over the years, so they obviously have a decent relationship. And and they saw each other from time to time. It's unclear what Nicki's relationship with her dad was currently. But yeah, you guys, really, really sad news. You know, you just don't want to hear about stuff like that. You know what I mean? Especially like she just had her baby. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you're in this space of being good and feeling great about life, and then something like that happens. I really hope they catch the driver. Just really, really unfortunate. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. I don't want to stay on no sad shit too long. Happy things, D'Angelo. First of all, if y'all knew how much I love D'Angelo, like, I don't think y'all know. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't have an awareness. But like, I love D'Angelo. Like, for real, have every album, you know, in streaming or in actual album version. Like, I'm a huge D'Angelo fan to this day, to this day. So when I saw this yesterday, one of my followers sent me this. I was psyched. Okay, I was inebriated, and that might have heightened it, but I was super duper excited. So D'Angelo, sending you love and personally inviting you to tune into Versus on February 27th. You guys, February 27th is, let's see, that is not next Saturday, not the Saturday coming, which is the 20th, but the following Saturday. Okay. So not this week, but next week, Saturday, we're going to get a show from D'Angelo and friends at the Apollo, you guys, the historic Apollo Theater, for 8 p.m. Eastern time. So 7 p.m. Central for people in my time zone. Okay, 5 p.m. Pacific. D'Angelo announced it on
Versus D'Angelo and friends. All right, listen, don't be late. Because I know.
Okay, so he told that to D Nice. My name is D Nice. It's D Nice. I'm excited, you guys. Am I the only one that's super duper excited about this? I don't know if y'all have listened to D'Angelo's recent music. His latest album was D'Angelo and the Vanguard. And it's an amazing album. It's an amazing album. Like, I listen to it all the time. I actually have it in album form. Oh no, do I not have that one in album form? I can't remember. I listen to it so much it doesn't even matter. I have it on streaming services. I bought it when it came out. Like, huge D'Angelo fan. Super duper excited. So happy that this is what. I don't know if he's going to be going against anybody. I think it might just be a performance with people he's bringing on to perform together, and less like a versus. It all almost makes me feel like D'Angelo was like, yeah, I don't want to go against anybody, but I'll bring some people on and we can do like a concert, which to me, I feel like is what they should be doing at this point. I think we're still in a pandemic, you guys. I know we want to act like we're not. We want to get back to normal life and all of that type of shit. But currently, there aren't enough vaccines. There aren't enough people willing to take them. You know, there are people, but there aren't like enough for you to feel safe, like everybody's going to be okay because some people didn't got vaccinated. No, it's not safe. And it's definitely not safe to be in enclosed spaces or even in large outdoor spaces with a whole bunch of nasty people that are drinking and listening to music. It's just not safe. And trust me, I love going to places with a whole bunch of nasty people that get drunk and listen to music. I'm from New Orleans. That's what we do. We festival the out, okay? But this is ideal. And I think this is what Versus should have been doing, which is getting sponsorship and providing live concerts from one Instagram from your favorite artists. And this is the live show format that they're able to give you. And you can watch it from your house on your phone. You can watch it wherever you go. Like, this is the way to do the shit. And eventually they're going to have to start charging people for the shit. Like, we already know they're going to have to Erykah Badu it and come out with a website and stream it directly from there. But we're not in that space yet. We're still in, we need this to be free space. So y'all got to get y'all sponsors and get Doritos and Ciroc and whoever else y'all need to get up on there so we can keep this, you know, for the free 99, because, you know, we out here struggling. And a part of the pandemic is having awareness of, you know, where we're at with this shit. So I'm appreciative of this and I can't wait. Okay. Smart move on D'Angelo's part to do a concert. It really is. I can't wait to see him live. Like, I think that's going to be so amazing. I think it's gonna be so amazing. Right? Ooh. All I can hear is dun 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 dun. You're my lady. Dun 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 dun. You're my lady. You're oh my lady. My divine lady. Oh, babe. All of them wishing they could have you. And as a matter of fact, I want to for you discretion. Sorry to do it. Okay, so let's move on. Mess. Tekashi 6ix9ine and Meek Mill had a little run-in, you guys. They had a little run-in in a parking lot. Real weird, like. Don't know what that was about. But let me just read to y'all what they're saying. It's from a Jasmine brand, you guys. So, it may be Valentine's Day, because this is when it was, but it's safe to say there is no peace or love between rappers Meek Mill and Tekashi 6ix9ine. The two men were at an Atlanta nightclub early Sunday morning and came close to a physical altercation. Both men recorded the incident on their phones. I'm sorry, yo. Bitch Made comes to mind, which quickly went viral on social media. As Meek Mill was getting ready to leave the club, allegedly Tekashi 6ix9ine approached him and the two immediately started throwing insults back and forth in the video. You hear both rappers and their security yelling at each other. I'm not going to play the video. I don't have time for that. But Tekashi is screaming and hollering about how Meek Mill has police with him. He's with the police, y'all. He's with the police, y'all. And it's just kind of like, yeah, police do security on the weekends, my dude. Duh. And then he goes on social media, stop letting these rappers lie to you. They too tough for security. I think he meant T-O-O, not T-O, but never mind. I don't expect Daniels to know how to write correctly. You expose these fake gangsters. This N-word is pussy clown. Okay, So my issue, first of all, was how much he was saying the N-word. Like, my dude, you're not black, Daniel. Daniel, you're not black. You're not black, sir. And I know they let you get away with that these days, but the number of times he said it in the video kind of started to aggravate the shit out of me. And I know this stems from Meek Mill calling Tekashi 6ix9ine a rat, but it's like, Tekashi, you were a rat. You turned state's evidence. Nobody's saying that you're wrong, but the definition of a rat is somebody that was involved in the illegal activities and then went and told a federale hood. Like, you were a rat, my dude. And I know Meek had a lot to say about that, but I feel like this is both two people who are upset that they are not in the limelight. Tekashi, I feel like he did this shit because nobody's paying attention to him right now. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna act a fool and show up on some bullshit when everybody knows that rappers have security. They will be stupid not to have security. They will be stupid not to have security. Like, what are you talking about? You think a celebrity should be walking around so little crazy people like you can run up? Like, no. Like, I got my uncle outfit on. Like, Meek had on his little Sunday hat. He had on his little button-down vacation shirt and shit. Nobody was in the mood for that shit. I do think everybody pulls out their phones because they know social media makes them money at this point. So all of this is, for clicks and relevancy. Even if I'm on, the blogs for whatever dumbass reason, that means that people are paying attention to me currently, so I'm still relevant. That's what all this is about. I don't think it's about actual beef between the two of them. Daniel don't really want it. Meek doesn't really want it. Everybody has security. Daniel, you were walking around with federale hoods for months. What are you talking about? Like, how are you gonna jump out the cab, jump out the Uber, jump out the Lyft, and come up to him on some, you with security, you with the police? My dude, you have police protection for an extended amount of time. You just got off that police protection. So I want you to stop. I really do. Yeah, he's trying to get Meek put back in jail. Nah, Daniel, get your dumb ass out of my face. Go sit your dumb ass down somewhere. Go make some music since you want to be a rapper and shit. Like, go do that. Go do that. Go do something with yourself. Child, listen, Bondi, do we care? I don't know. I don't know if y'all care. I don't know. But I'm sorry, when I watched the video, it felt talk about worthy. To me, do I really care? No. But it felt like something I could talk about on this good Monday afternoon. For sure. Let's go ahead and move on to more on your favorite freaky couple, you guys. And Candy last night said on Watch What Happens Live that she didn't want to comment on this, but she's tired of living in a world when you can just say shit about somebody and then everybody believes it regardless of whether it's been proven true or not. Which is why I've had the attitude I've had this entire time. Y'all don't even talk about something else before I leave about that girl that was in Jamaica, and y'all was sending me the video because everybody was so nervous for her. She was saying she had gotten kidnapped, and they lied and said that she had a positive COVID test and it really was negative. Y'all had sent me all that shit. Remember that? And then it all came out that it was a hoax yesterday. We're going to talk about that too. Okay. So a second accuser against T.I. and Tiny has hired celebrity attorney Lisa Bloom. To me, whenever somebody hires Lisa Bloom, these days, that means nothing is going to happen. That means that you're probably going to get dismissed. Like, somebody's going to be like, you're not going to win this. Like, look what happened with Tierra Marie. She still like owes 50 Cent money, don't she? Like, every time, like Lisa Bloom also defended the girl against Usher, right? Nothing happened there, right? Okay. So I just kind of feel like Lisa Bloom doesn't do anything. So when people hire her, that doesn't make me think that, oh, this shit is getting serious. Yeah, no, it doesn't make me feel that way. But either way, Lisa Bloom took to social media to announce that she has signed another accuser of T.I. and Tiny and encouraged people to reach out to her if they have any important information about the case. She said, we understand the fear, you know what I'm saying, but feel free to hit her up. As previously reported, Tiny's former friend Sabrina Peterson accused T.I. of allegedly pulling a gun on her. She also claimed that several women reached out to her alleging that T.I. and Tiny Harris were sexual predators who forced them to take drugs and take part in sexual acts against their will. So yeah, I mean, Mr. and Mrs. Harris want to be on record and most importantly want the public to know they emphatically deny in the strongest way possible these egregiously appalling allegations being made against them by Sabrina Peterson. The Harrises have had difficulty with this woman for well over a decade. They are taking this matter very seriously, and if these allegations don't end, they will take appropriate legal action. Well, I guess the appropriate legal action needs to be taken. Lisa Bloom said multiple women have reached out to her, and so far, we represent one. T.I. and Tiny say the women are liars. Really, if you have information, we want to talk to you. See, like, to me, one, maybe two people we haven't seen, we haven't heard any, like, real evidence. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I do believe that we rush to judge people and we rush to believe bad things about people just because we don't like them or just because they've annoyed us over the years, whatever. But when I look at this situation, I don't rush to believe these people. And I damn sure don't rush to believe Lisa Bloom just because she didn't, hitched herself onto another ambulance that's going nowhere. If I'm wrong, y'all, I'll take it all back. I'll say, you know what? I was wrong. Lisa Bloom, you got them bitches. They just do. I'll say that. I'll say that if it happens. But over my tenure here on YouTube, child, whenever Lisa Bloom's name comes up, nothing is accomplished. Maybe it's just me. Okay? They need to close the freak sessions until this is over. Hey, they might have. You don't know. You don't know. They might have. They might have not had no freak sessions in a while since this happened. Look how Nene hired Lisa Bloom and nothing happened for her either. I didn't even know that she hired her. I didn't even know. No matter what happens with this case, T.I. and Tiny will have to move different from now on, for sure. Much love right back to you. Hey, Jay Lee, an accusation from one person has caused a storm of trouble with little to no actual evidence. Basically. Okay, I love you right back. Okay, I do. The only thing that concerned me was VH1 dropping the show, not Lisa Bloom. At this point, with everything that's going on, they feel like VH1 can barely handle the pandemic, let alone handle this on top of the pandemic. You see how long it's taken them to regroup and bring their shows back when everybody else, like WeTV and TLC and 90 Day Fiance and OWN and everybody else somehow figured out a way to keep taping and keep pushing. Like, I think they might have gave themselves a month off before everybody was like, okay, so how we gonna shoot in this? I don't know what VH1 was doing. Obviously got their legal department too busy sending frivolous fucking pieces of paper to Zeus Network like Ray J didn't make sure his paperwork was right. Y'all better go on ahead for me with that. We talked about that, about how VH1 sent like a cease and desist to Zeus Network because they feel like they're stealing people that are namesakes on VH1. But at the end of the day, you didn't have no work for them people because you couldn't figure out how to shoot under these circumstances. You should have been quicker than that. Like, sorry, but the truth of the matter is, if they could figure out a way to finagle out of those contracts and go and get their paper at Zeus, fuck y'all. I'm sorry, but what y'all think? Y'all think people supposed to just be sitting there sold up, can't make their money when there's another option for me to make my paper? Like in a pandemic, when this is what I depend on for my money, you got me up. Like, I'm sorry, but VH1 need to go sit their ass down somewhere with that. I vehemently believe that VH1 probably was like, we don't need any extra drama because we're barely holding it together right now. I'm just saying, like, they are not doing as well as WeTV. They're not doing as well as OWN. They're not doing as well as Lifetime. They're not, like, there are so many other networks or reality shows that we are watching right now that have been able to retain their shows. They've been able to keep up with what's going on, reflect it. Like, look at Love After Lockup. Ain't missed a beat. Ain't missed a beat. And to me, when you look at that and you see how VH1 was supposed to be put on this pedestal and WeTV was supposed to be down here, but when it all came down to it, they were able to adjust. And Zeus was able to be like, oh, y'all ain't got no work? Scoop. Like, get out of here. VH1, like, no disrespect, but y'all wilding, y'all tripping, and what y'all need to do is worrying about how to get y'all shows back on air and focus on that instead of trying to stop them people back. Okay? Even the primetime shows figure something. Exactly. Everybody. Fuck, This Is Us was like, we just gonna take some extra days off, but we gonna get these episodes taped. And we gonna shoot this shit like we in the pandemic. Okay. We gonna do video chat. Okay. Listen. The way it All Rise, like completely jumped. Like, what? Yeah, nah. Married at First Sight kept going. So probably like there's a whole bunch of shows that kept it pushing. Okay, so at the end of the day, they can miss me with the foolishness. Now, let me find this story right quick, y'all. Because I want to talk to y'all about it now that, they say the truth done came out about the shit. Hold up. Let me go to my saves. Yeah, I'm tired of people playing on our emotions and on our intelligence. Oh, wait, before we get into that, did y'all see this? Tokyo Vanity busting the windows out somebody's car. Did y'all see this shit? Let me show y'all before. I know we don't care, but since we here, did y'all see this? Like, your ass is too old for this shit. Somebody said, bitch, the car was abandoned. Like, you went beat the windows out of an abandoned car, bitch. Look. Ooh, bitch, you gonna hurt yourself. You gonna hurt yourself, and then she tried to walk off like it wasn't nothing, but that glass could have went in your eye, bitch. That glass could have went in your eye. Y'all, they are not safe out here. Ooh, more mess I forgot about. Moniece. I'm not about to play this because I feel like people be, coming for you even on Instagram Live. But Moniece was basically saying that Dr. Dre and Apryl Jones are definitely together, and they have been together for a while now. Okay, so here it is. Kalina Collier and her mother. Let me check in on y'all. Hey, Sequoia, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I will check my P.O. box. Thank you. I don't know why Tokyo did that. Nobody said. I don't really care. I just thought it was stupid, and since it was right there, I thought I would bring it up. But this is the girl, right? Let me full screen this for y'all. So, Kalina Collier and her mother leaving a motor vehicle rental facility this morning before heading to the Sangster International Airport to board a flight to New York City in the United States. So this lady here, faked the kidnapping, Jamaican police say, headed back to the States today. The story had been circulating for a while that she was being like kept captive, where they said that she got coronavirus and they wouldn't I was trying to see if it was in here somewhere, but I don't think I saved it. But somebody definitely sent it to me. Let me come back on screen because somebody sent it to me, but I can't find it right now. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with people, but basically, hold up, y'all. I want to find it. I really do. I want to find it and pull it up first because I want to read it to y'all. I'm trying to be professional. Let me see. Okay. So there was a video put out. Somebody sent me this today, and I'm going to share this with y'all so y'all can see. Okay. So this is a Jamaica Gleaner outrage at kidnap hoax. While the world was convinced JetBlue Airways stewardess Kalina Collier and her mom Candace Walker had gone missing in Jamaica, Walker was recorded leaving and entering the Ocean Coral Spring Resort in Trelawney daily, driving a rented Mazda motor car. Okay, so basically she was out here making people think that something was wrong and that they were holding her captive. But really, she was out here, showing up to the hotel in a car and all that. Oh, they asking me to sign in and all kind of stuff. Y'all, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. But that's basically the gist of the story. And she was doing like all of these Instagram videos and stuff. Doing a lot of videos, making people scared. Like, I remember when I posted that it was a hoax, somebody was like, I lost sleep over that shit. You know what I'm saying? she was tested positive for COVID and she can't leave her room. The Jamaican government don't play with the COVID. So she was acting like she was kidnapped because of that. She faked it because she didn't want to quarantine after testing positive. But she never said she was kidnapped. She only said she was uncomfortable and wanted to document. She never said she was kidnapped. She said they had cameras in her room. And here, even if you were just trying to document and you felt uncomfortable, you made it seem like we needed to be scared for you. That's what you did. You got up there and made it seem like we needed to be scared for you when you were obviously going back and forth with freedom that you really probably shouldn't have had. You shouldn't have been able to just probably come and go like that. If you test positive, she made it seem like they lied about her COVID test, y'all. That's what she did. She made it seem like they lied about her COVID test. So Kalina felt more comfortable spreading the coronavirus and lied about her kidnapping. She should be charged. The girl made a statement and said it wasn't fake. If you go on the reviews, they have lots of complaints of sexual harassment. Go to the Plain as Jane YouTube channel talking about it. They have, what does that have to do with this? Not that comment, but what does the complaints of sexual harassment have to do with what we're talking about? I'm curious. What do you mean? Like about the hotel she was at? About the government? Like, trust me, I'm always in line to believe that there's something shady going on with the government or with going out of town. But I've been to Jamaica several times. I've been to Jamaica several times. And I just feel like it seems to me, after everything that I've read about the situation, and trust me, I've been keeping abreast. It seems to me like everybody's saying, you was upset that you had to quarantine, and so you got online and made it seem like you were unsafe, which made other people fear for you. She was in 14-day quarantine, and she said they were holding her against her will. When they asked her to delete the video, she deleted her social media, so people thought she went missing. Yes, exactly. There we go. They were motion sensors, not cameras, to save electricity. So if you're not in the room, the AC will automatically turn off. Yeah, that's how it is in Jamaica. I don't know if she said she travel all the time, but if you've been to Jamaica, you would know, like, they real about that electricity shutdown. Like almost every night around a certain time, the electricity was shut off in Jamaica when I was there. And it happened when, every time that we went there and we stayed overnight, because one time we went on a cruise and one time for our honeymoon, we stayed there for the whole time. Like the electricity shuts off at a certain time in places that aren't built like America. You know what I'm saying? So I think people forget that. She said her job made her delete the post. I really feel like, this just seems like somebody that is upset that they had to quarantine, upset that they couldn't move around after they tested positive. Like that really would have seemed like to me. I could be wrong, but this is why I'm not traveling right now. The most important thing is that I'm happy that she's safe. I'm happy that she's okay. Regardless to whatever's going on, I'm happy that she's okay, because when I first saw it, the shit had my nerves bad. When they were like calling, trying to find out if she was okay, that shit had my nerves bad. I don't like to see anything like that happen to anybody. Americans are so used to these rules being so relaxed here that they don't realize that other countries are not playing with COVID-19. Exactly. Which is why the other countries are able to have people there and coming and going and around, is because they are very strict about it. It's very laxed here. And I feel like that's not exactly the best decision. Okay. That's not exactly the best decision. That is so, hold on, wait. That is so problematic because it perpetuates a narrative that the Caribbean is this dangerous place. Yes. And listen, if this were the DR, I would feel differently. But like I said, I've been to Jamaica several times, and it was always a ball. I never felt no type of way. I'm always, watching my foreground and my background. Like, bitch, I'm one of the people peeping the scene, like at all times, just in case. I'm from New Orleans. That's what you do. But it definitely feels like a sense of American entitlement, for sure. And Black people can definitely have American entitlement, because I feel like a lot of times we be trying to act like we not like this, but we live here in America. So when you go places where people really don't have certain things, or they're more strict about certain things, you really be feeling, you know, how white people be acting about these masks. Like somebody's taking your civil liberties away from you. When at the end of the day, bitch, you tested positive for COVID. Sit your ass down 14 days before you move. That's what it is. And you should have known that before you were traveling, what the possibilities were. I would never go and travel somewhere during this time without doing my research about what's expected of me as it pertains to leaving and coming back home. That's why I haven't went anywhere, because I don't want to go anywhere and then possibly have to sit in a hotel for days before I can fly home and all of that shit. Like, nah, I'd rather just stay in the States, travel in the States, drive somewhere, get a little Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather do like low key shit that keeps me from having to cross country lines right now, because I don't want a situation when I can't get home for whatever diplomatic bullshit reason that somebody comes up with. I don't want to not be able to come back home when it's time for me to come back home to my house. Like, I got dogs and shit. Like, nobody has a setup to be out here stuck in another country because I could have possibly had a messed up test for COVID. So I feel like it's important for people to be mindful and stop moving like this is pre-pandemic. Stop moving like it's pre-pandemic, because it's not. It's not. And making people feel scared for you like that for days, that's where my problem comes in, because I feel like even if that wasn't her intention, to me, it kind of seemed like you were bored and wanted people to feel bad for you because you were upset. So you got online and you talked about it, and it gave the vibe that you weren't safe. And I understand how you were feeling, but you needed to clarify what was going on if you weren't trying to make everybody feel like, should we be calling somebody about this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, keep it local, man. Keep it local. Chill out. Like, I love, like, what I've definitely been doing during the pandemic is finding all of the lovely upscale restaurants in New Orleans, and we have a lot of them. So everywhere that has like good raw oysters, or that has oysters from different places, or that has a really nice drink menu, or a really nice dessert menu, or some type of fish I really want to try now that I realize I'm not allergic to all of them. Child, we gonna go, you know, put our little mask on and go to this restaurant and sit at this table and have my little wine and have us a little. That's a good time for me. I'm all about good food. Now, I wish I can have more scenic background, but it'll come. It's okay to sit your ass down, y'all. I know it's so hard. I understand it. But this is the type of shit that reminds me that I would much rather be in my house than out somewhere else ready to come home and can't because of whatever's going on. Like, I'm straight off that. Yeah, I'll do a little vacation in another city. She said they were trying to sex traffic her and said that she was going to sue. I didn't watch all of her videos because just the story kind of upset me. But from what I understand from what people were saying, yes. Okay, allegedly, that is what she was saying. So that's another reason why it all seemed like, is you safe or ain't you safe? Like, is it safe or is it ain't safe? Like, what's going on? In the province that I'm living in, that we were locked down sort of because the land border is closed, but you can still fly. But we got quarantine hotels where you pay $2,000 for 3 days. See what I mean? I ain't going nowhere. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up. Ooh, got me not day, not one. Y'all make sure y'all download Station Head and be in my show this week, okay? Thursday, 6 o'clock Central Time. She claimed she never had it. She did claim that. I read that for sure. That she said, this is bullshit. It's a negative test. Da 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 da. And it probably was like the negative test they made you take after you were in quarantine for the amount of time that you needed to be in quarantine after you had the positive test, bitch. Don't play on my intelligence and my emotions, bitch. You're playing on my intelligence and my emotions. Okay? Lifesaver. I am so bored. Yeah. No, her results were negative. She showed some doc, but it was blurred. Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. I bet you that negative was the negative, like the second test that she took, because they put you in quarantine. If you tested positive, they put you in quarantine for this extended amount of time. You test again. As soon as you get your negative test, you get to go home. So if you tested negative and now you just waiting to be able to get on a flight to go home, you know what I'm saying? So it could. Listen, y'all see how people be. Y'all see the Gorilla Glue girl. Y'all see all these other people. Y'all see how people be out here doing anything for clout, anything. Like they do. They do. And we all be out here like, they did. No. Most of the time, believe the people are out here playing on your emotions and your intelligence for their own like betterment. Like, trust and believe that's usually what's happening. Just trust on that. Okay. I'd rather be stuck in the privacy of my own home than stuck in another country having to pay your own quarantine expenses. Like, beach, foot out ear. Okay, for sure. Thank you so much, Jersey Girl, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Ooh. I can't do it right now. Ooh. I'm a little bit crazy. Look, that was that first album. And go live. Can you play fast forward? Rewind and dine. It's so fine. I on the and it's online. Hopelessly too much for me. Listen, I love the little girls. I love them. They're amazing. And y'all gonna leave Chloe alone. I was late to the live, but did you cover dude saying Russell was lame, but we're praising Fabulous, knock a bitch out, T. Jackson? No, I did not see that. We did not talk about that. And you said what it is. I don't subscribe to that bullshit. Russell is always winning. Russell is a A1 football player. Russell takes care of his responsibilities. Russell treats his wife well. Russell has beautiful kids that he takes care of. Russell has a stepson that he raises as his own and spends time with and takes care of on a daily basis. There is nothing bad that you can say to me about Russell Wilson. In all honesty, like when you put it on paper, I don't know the man personally, but what I'm saying, when you look at Russell Wilson's life, ever since he got with Ciara and married her and had babies with her, there is nothing that you can tell me about Russell Wilson. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb, bitch. Future, on the other hand, like somebody who goes around impregnating everybody, treating certain women depending on their skin tone that he's decided to nut off in with no protection like shit. And saying, that the babies ain't his, and the baby is yours. You didn't lay down with that lady. Like, he goes around breaking kids. Like, you create kids, you're not there for them, you're creating issues in those kids. It just so happens that, lucky for your baby with Ciara is a great mother and chose a better man than you to help her raise her kids. Everybody ain't like Russell Wilson. Everybody isn't going to come to the table looking at a child that needs love like, I'm going to raise that child like my own. Because they got so many of y'all that feel like, why should I have to raise somebody's child like it's not my own? Well, because you live in a house with them and it's a child that needs love and a father figure, stupid ass. Like, what you here for if you're not going to show love and be of service to the people who you are around? Like, stop being stupid. Like, I hate when people be stupid, y'all. And to me, being stupid is acting like you can be in a relationship with somebody, live in a house with them, and not fully engaged with their kid because the kid is not biologically yours. That is ignorant to me. Okay. Ciara upgraded in life when she got with Russell Wilson, period. And I think she upgraded him as well, because I had a different perception of him and definitely understand what people say when they saw him as lame. But I feel like at the end of the day, ain't nothing wrong with being lame. Everything is subjective. Everything is in the eye of the beholder. And I would much rather be with a lame dude that is great at his job, loves me and takes care of me, and we go on awesome vacations and enjoy life together, than to be with a fuck boy who can't stay home, can't keep his dick in his pants, can't stop impregnating random women, and eventually, when all his money runs out, will be just another rapper who used to be hot. Like, did anybody fall all over Fetty Wap when his new song came out? I hate to use him as an example, but that's the one I remember everybody running to have babies for. And I remember saying, in 5 years, nobody's going to even really care about this dude. And y'all going to be stuck with kids with this nigga for 15 years, 18 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love my corny, faithful partner. Amen. Amen. Child, I had a good time. I had a good time with mine last night. Okay. They upgraded each other by going into the relationship with intention in their love of God. I know that's right. I know that's right. Definitely with the intention of being in something, that was substantial. So shout out to them. Truth be told, corny dudes have it going on. I think anybody that cares enough about a woman to check in with her and make sure she's good, to me, I feel like ain't no lame about that. Ain't no lame about that. You know what's lame? Young Berg. Young Berg is lame. Soldier Boy is lame. All you dudes that think y'all doing something by being like extra aggressive and extra problematic and super duper narcissistic and love flipping shit on women when y'all be like out here emotionally abusing the shit out of them and let the women look at a man, in a certain way, and all of a sudden they a hoe that you can disrespect on social media. Like, those people are lame to me. People who can't get their life together for the life of them, no matter how much they have at their disposal, no matter how much money they make, no matter how much they have, reached heights of success that most people will never understand. And you, for some reason, can't figure out a way to fix your shit amongst all of that, abundance. Like, I don't understand that. That's lame to me. To be honest. Okay. Russell Wilson's first wife cheated and gave him the blues. He found someone better in Ciara. I know that's right. And Ciara's so sweet. Like, there's something about her that just makes me feel like she's super duper sweet. Future, Fetty, etc. are reckless with their seed. Too many people think having kids all over the place is cool. It's not. Yeah, no, he had a new song that came out last year, I think. And I only knew about it because of something. I can't remember why. Russell. Oh yeah, I read that comment. PM in the BD cultures we enable. It's a mess. Getting off my soapbox. Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you for sure. Yeah. I already talked about Nicki. I'm about to leave. Actually, it's the end of the video. So you can catch the playback for all of those topics that you missed. But we discussed everything plus a little bit more at the end there. So I really enjoyed this. I know it wasn't much going on in the blogs, you guys, but I felt like it was enough for me to get up here and come and talk to y'all, right? It's like 870 of y'all in the room. Like, I feel like it was successful. I feel like I was on one. Okay. I love you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please have a good rest of your day. And I hope to see you guys tonight on Scotty by Nature's YouTube channel for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. We're going to be there, I believe, at 8:15, 8:30 around that time, p.m. tonight, Central Time. So yes, it says yes, 8:15. Thank you so much, Yarel. Come see me, Yarel, and Scotty, and Jay Lee, and Niecy, and Jamie, and Josiah, and Alex, and Terrence. Shout out to Terrence and Alex and Jay Lee for being on Instagram live with me last not live, but just on Instagram last night. Shout out, I love my people. And shout out to Quentin. We was texting last night too when he was down to the ball. I missed it, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat, love. I appreciate it. Any woman who allows a man to treat their child differently than any other children in that house, or because they didn't go half in them, are worthless and shouldn't be. You said it, I didn't. But yeah, see everybody tonight. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one.